What's happening, guys? Acrinator here, and welcome to another episode of World of Warcraft Dungeon Overview. Last episode, we got a look at Nomergon, and this episode, we're going to take a look at Razorfen Kraul. I'm going to be running through it with my level 90 Human Destruction Warlock right there. And with that being said, let's get straight into it. 10,000 years before the events of World of Warcraft, the inhabitants of Azeroth fought against the Burning Legion in the War of the Ancients. Through some effort, Cenarius managed to convince his fellow demigods to join the battle against the demons. One such demigod was a Gamagan, the spirit of primal fury. This giant boar, covered in prickly spines, rampaged through the demons' ranks. A Gamagan even managed to hold his own against Manaroth, but eventually the demons would collectively prove too much for the raging demigod. While he would die in the war, a Gamagan managed to give his allies the time they needed to save the world. In the locations where a Gamagan fell, large thorn vines sprouted. The Quillboar race, thought to be the mortal children of the demigod, took these locations as their new homes. One of the largest of these settlements, located in the southern barrens, is known as Razorfen Kraul. These Quillboar often make raids on rival tribes and even smaller horde settlements, making them a problem for the Barrens' inhabitants. There have also been rumors of late suggesting that the Razorfen tribe is making deals with agents of the Scourge, bringing a whole new world of issues into the equation. Adventurers have been sent to investigate these claims and put an end to the Quillboar threat. Razorfen Kraul is a level 30 to 40 dungeon located in the very southern edge of the Southern Barrens. The entrance isn't too hard to find, as you just follow the road going south for the most part. What is challenging, however, is getting to the dungeon entrance without aggroing tons of Quillboars. Assuming you're of level for Razorfen Kraul, you'll have to fight a good 10 to 30 Quillboars depending on how much of an aggro magnet you are. Taking into account that my character is level 90, I don't care about aggro as much as showing clearly where the dungeon entrance is located, so you might not want to follow what you see me doing here footstep for footstep. The first boss of Razorfen Kraul is Hunter Bonetusk. Not much is told about Bonetusk besides the fact that he's the most decorated hunter in all the Razorfen tribe. If a hunter is to be judged on their trophies alone, then he'd be the best. There's really only one thing to keep in mind during this fight, that when Bonetusk gets down to 50% health, he summons a stampede of boars to trample you. Players will take damage for each boar they're struck by, and should attempt to avoid being trampled at all. You can try to dodge each individual boar, or you can find a safe place off to the side while the boars are charging. The second boss of Razorfen Kraul is Rugug. Rugug has managed to rise through the ranks of the Razorfen shamans and became the overseer to all other geomancers within the tribe. Armed with tons of crystals for empowerment, Rugug has amassed enough power for his tribe to lay waste to the entire Southern Barrens. During the fight, Rugug will periodically cast Bloodlust once he reaches 75% health. This increases his damage dealt by 100% and haste by 50%. It should also be noted that this effect will stack. Rugug will also cast Woven Elements, which damages players for high amounts of elemental damage. This can and definitely should be interrupted as soon as possible. Throughout the fight, totems and other Quillboars will spawn and start attacking players. For the most part, these can just be AoE'd down as long as your group has a decent damage output, though it wouldn't be a horrible idea to keep the adds in check, lest they overrun the fight. The third boss of Razorfen Kraul is Warlord Ramtusk. Ramtusk, the military leader of the Razorfen Quillboars, has a plethora of scars riddling his hide from battles with enemies like harpies, centaurs, orcs, and even Tauren. Through his immense prowess as a warrior, he's risen through the ranks, now leading his army of Quillboars across Kalimdor. More recently, Ramtusk has begun getting in touch with his spiritual side and now takes advice from former Razorfen leaders Agam Thorncurse and Deathspeaker Jargba from within the spirit realm. Thorncurse and Jargba fight alongside Ramtusk in this encounter, making for some relatively complex mechanics for an otherwise simple dungeon. Throughout the fight, the Spirit Link Totem will redistribute health for both sides among allies so that each party has the same percentage health as their teammates. Ramtusk will periodically cast Spirit Axe, throwing his axe towards a random location and dealing high amounts of arcane damage to all players caught near it. Jargba will cast Broken Link on a random player, increasing their healing taken by 50%, periodically causing shadow damage and preventing them from benefiting from the Spirit Link totem. Jargba will also cast Spirit Bolt, creating a ball that travels towards a random player and damaging them with shadow damage when it reaches them, though this spell is interruptible. Thorn Curse will cast Arcane Shot at a random player, dealing large amounts of arcane damage to them, and leaving a pool of damage at their feet for 9 seconds. The fourth boss of Razorfen Kraul is Groyat the Blind Hunter. This immense albino bat emerged from the darkest recesses of the caves after years of feeding on Agathalos the Raging, a former boss of Razorfen Kraul. Still consistently feeding on Agathalos, Groyat does not like to have his meals interrupted. During the fight, Groyat will periodically cast Sonic Field, releasing multiple throughout the ground at random locations. These fields will damage any players caught within them. Groyat will also periodically charge to a random field, releasing sonic waves once releasing it, which stun players for 4 seconds each. Groyat will also periodically cast Drain Life, biting its target and leeching life for 12 seconds. The fifth and final boss of Razorfen Kraul is Charlga Razorflank. Leader of the Razorfen tribe, better known as the Crone, Charlga Razorflank is one of the most ruthless and cunning Quillboars alive. She has the tactical genius to guide the Razorfen tribe through the perils of war and come out on top. Not only is Charlga a brilliant leader, but she's also one of the strongest geomancers in her tribe. Her experiments with the elements pave the way for her rise to power and the destruction of the Barons. During the fight, Charlga will summon 2 totems from 3 possible choices, Nature, Frost, and Fire, which deal damage to players for their respective magic type. She will also cast Elemental Binding, rooting players and causing Nature, Fire, and Frost damage every second for 6 seconds. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. So, as always, leave your comments in the comment section below if you have any ideas about anything else you might want to see me play. And as always, the comment question still stands. Try and get the intro and outro songs to my videos. They're always the same. I never change them. Be sure to follow me on Instagram for the latest updates on when I'll be uploading YouTube videos, as well as when I'll be streaming on Twitch and other random gaming-related posts. Be sure to follow my partner in crime, Sir John Mac's channel. He posts something every now and then. It's usually pretty entertaining, whatever it is. So if you like this video, be sure to click that like button, and if you want to see more like it, maybe even subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. I will see you all tomorrow for the Borderlands Let's Play, so until then, don't die.